Hey everyone, I've been seeing a lot of questions lately about reliable submersible pumps, especially for things like sump pits or septic systems. So today I'm checking out the Goulds WE0512HH Effluent pump. It's a half-horsepower unit designed for single-phase 230-volt setups and pulls just 7.3 amps, which is pretty efficient for the power it delivers. If you want to see the exact specs on Amazon, the link is in the description. I've been around pumps for a while, both professionally and at home, so I know how frustrating it is when a unit can't keep up with the job. This Goulds model is built for effluent, so it handles solids up to about half an inch, making it a solid choice if you're dealing with gray water, septic tank overflow, or even light drainage. One thing I like right away is the cast iron construction. It's heavy duty and resists corrosion, which is exactly what you want when it's sitting in water for long stretches. The motor is oil-filled, too, which helps with cooling and extends the life of the windings. That's a feature you don't always see on cheaper pumps, and it makes a real difference in longevity. Another practical detail is the automatic float switch. It's pre-wired in factory set to kick in at around 12 inches and shut off at about 4 inches. That means no extra wiring headaches on your end, just drop it in, plug it in, and let it cycle on its own. I tested it in a small sump pit at home, and it cycled smoothly without sticking or false triggers. That kind of reliability is huge when you're trying to sleep through a storm and don't want to hear the pump short cycling every 2 minutes. I also ran it for a few hours pumping clear water with some fine sediment mixed in, just to simulate real-world wear. The flow rate held steady, and I didn't notice any drop in performance even after it ran hot. The thermal overload protection kicked in once when I restricted the outlet, and it shut down cleanly instead of burning up. That's a safety feature you really appreciate when you're not standing there watching it. One thing to keep in mind is the weight. This thing is solid, around 25 pounds, so you'll want a helper when you're lowering it into a deep pit. Also, the discharge is 2 inches NPT, which is standard, but if your existing piping is smaller, you'll need a reducer. That's not a deal breaker, just something to plan for before you buy. For the price, this pump gives you a lot of durability and efficiency in a compact package. It's not the cheapest option out there, but when you factor in the cast iron housing, oil-filled motor, and built-in float, it's a good value for the longevity you get. So, if you're in the market for a reliable 1/2 HP effluent pump that won't quit, the Goulds WE0512HH is definitely worth a look. The link is below if you want to check the latest price and details on Amazon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Goulds WE0512HH submersible effluent pump, 1/2 HP, single phase, 230V, 7.3 max amps sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like effluent pump and 1/2 HP actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. What stands out about Goulds WE0512HH submersible effluent pump, 1/2 HP, single phase, 230V, 7.3 max amps is how it seems positioned for buyers who want something practical, easy to understand, and worthwhile beyond the first impression. That usually matters more than flashy marketing because long-term satisfaction comes from how well the product fits your actual routine, priorities, and expectations once you start using it regularly. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Goulds WE0512HH submersible effluent pump, 1/2 HP, single phase, 230V, 7.3 max amps usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.